काय राधिकायै सदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। अजानुलंबितो भुजौ कनकवदातो संकीर्तनैकपित्रो कमलायताक्षो विशंबरो द्विजवरो युगधर्मपालो वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरो करुणावतारो। प्रेम नामुद्रक्षरं श्रवणपते गता त्वस्य नाम्न महिमा को वेति कस्य वृन्दावन महामाधुरे प्रवेशः को वा जानन्ति राधारस चमत्कार माधुर्य सीमा हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपीकांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। राधा चिंता निवेशिनं यस्य कांति विलोपिता श्रीकृष्ण चरणं वन्दे राधालिंगितं विग्रहम्। भक्त्या विहीनाय अपराधलक्षे क्षिप्तस्य कामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयी तं शरणं प्रपन्ना वृन्दे नमस्ते शरणारविन्दम्। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Yesterday we heard the glories of Akshay Tritiya and hope everyone understood, because some devotees told me they didn't understood. The topic, the subject was too much detailed and deep. That was how Shri Krishna is Akshay. The devotee is Akshay, and devotion means bhakti is Akshay. So from Bhagavatam, from Srila Rupa Goswami, from Jiva Goswami Sandarbhas, we try to understand and to get inspired to follow that Akshay, which is Bhagwan infallible. Coming back to our Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, we heard the three important shlokas of Chaturshloki Bhagavatam. Today we're going to hear about the fourth shlok. Itad eva jigyasa tattva jigyasam atmanam अन्वेय व्यतिकेरा यत् स्यात् सर्वत्र सर्वदा. Srila Bhakti Thakur in his Amrit Prabha Bhashya explains, means commentary on this verse, explains the Shrimad Bhagavatam, which is essence of all the scriptures of the Vedas, Puranas, Upanishad, Brahma Sutra, Mahabharata, etc. The Shrimad Bhagavatam is composed of 18,000 verses. But that 18,000 verses of Bhagavatam is expansion of 4 verses called Chaturshloki Bhagavatam, where we just heard few days back. The first and second verse is Sambandha Tattva. Krishna told in the beginning, Jnanam Param Guhyam me Yad Vigyan Samandita. Saharasyam Tananganam cha. Say, first shloka is Gyan. The second shloka is Vigyan. The third shloka is secret. And then he further explains about his Vigyan. And all Maya Tattva is there. And then the secret. I reside personally in the heart of my devotees. Now, the first 2 verses explains about Sambandha Tattva, relationship. And the third verse explains what? Prema Bhakti, Prayojan Tattva. But the fourth verse explains about Abhideha, Sadhan Bhakti. All those practices by which one can attain the Prema Bhakti. So, let us hear today. Itadeva jigyasam tattva jigyasanatmana अन्वयव्यतिकारेभ्यं यत्स्यात् सर्वत्र सर्वदा. The person desiring to know the best sadhan and the goal of that sadhan. First of all, desiring to know the best sadhan. Are there many sadhans? Yes. Those who practice about Gyan is also a sadhan. They also have to perform sadhan. Those who target to achieve all siddhis, perfections, they also have to do some sadhan. But amongst all the sadhans, the best sadhan, everyone wants the best in the life, right? Yes, we all want best. Best food, best living, everything best. Then the process also have to be best to attain something best. And that best is Akshay. And the process is also Akshay. The person desiring to know the best sadhan and the goal of that sadhan. And what is the goal of that sadhan? Also to be known. Must learn by surrender to Guru about this truth. That's what he said. Itad eva jigyasam. Jigyasa means inquiry. Wants to know. That person who wants to know is known as intelligent person. Therefore, Brahma Sutra start with Jigyasa. Arthato Brahma Jigyasa. Who is that Bhagwan? The Tat Padarth Gyan. Yeah. So, anyone who is desiring to know the best goal, the best sadhan, and the goal of that sadhan must surrender to a guru about this truth. So, this is sadhan bhakti. Surrendering to Guru about this truth, which is determined as the best by obtaining positive results through performance and lack of results through non-performance and performance at all times and all places. Sarvatra Sarvada. In simple way to understand is, if anyone wants to know about that sadhan bhakti, which is Sarvatra Sarvada, which is present everywhere and which is present in all times. One who is sincere, who is inquisitive, must follow a guru. How many kind of gurus? We heard in Chaitanya Charitamrita explaining. How many gurus? Diksha Guru, Shiksha Guru, Chaitya Guru. Diksha Guru, Shiksha Guru, Chaitya Guru. But one Guru we always neglect, which we should not. That is Pad Padaksha Guru. ये बोला ना? Pad Padaksha Guru. The Guru, the guide who introduced us to Krishna consciousness. If we neglect that person, how are we going to progress? Isn't it is a cheating propensity? Isn't it a cheating propensity? A person who shown us the path. We were engrossed in so many materialistic activities. The life was totally indulged in so many sinful activities. Many devotees come across. Before they were eating so much meat. Every day non-veg. Every day. You can't sleep without that. So many people, every day they want one bottle. Which bottle? Huh? I said bottle. Why are you saying vodka? Not wine? Also? Yes. Alcoholic. Specifically using vodka, right? So indulge in all this. So hard to give up. And a person came in the life who inspired that particular person. Why are you spoiling your life? Why are you spoiling your life? Come with me. I will take your hands in my hands. And the process which I'm following, I will make you follow that process. I will take you to my gurus. I will take you to my authorities. Come with me. That person acting as a best person. The mercy of Krishna fall on us because of some previous past impression or something we have done unintentionally. And Krishna arranged that person to come in our life and encouraged us, inspired us to follow Krishna consciousness. Pad Pradaksha Guru. Diksha Guru, Shiksha Guru, and then Chaitya Guru. We'll hear some other time details of this. But Hitadeva Jigyasa, anyone who is inquisitive, who is serious, for them, this process sadhan bhakti, which is the only means to attain prema bhakti. There is no other way. Of that bhakti which is sarvatra sarvada. The person desiring the highest truth, must experience ras. You know ras? You don't know ras? What is ras? Ras means mellows. But ras here means bhakti ras, not an ordinary ras. Anyone who is desiring the highest truth must experience ras, the mala of bhakti. which produces bliss through meeting and separation. Anvay, Vyatirek. Meeting and separation. Vipralam, Sambhog, and Vipralam. Anvay, Vyatirek. Yes, Syat, Sarvatra Sarvada. Continue in all places eternally. What is that which is present in all places continue internally? Bhakti ras, present internally. But in meeting and in separation, vibhav, anubhav, sanchari, vyabhichari, that makes ras. This is called ras, bhakti ras. Not even ordinary simple bhakti, the high bhakti. In commentary to this, Shri Vishnu Chakra Thakur explains, this verse, Brahma requesting instructions with Bhagavad Chiksitam Aham Karvani Hi Antradita. Brahma requesting instructions. So the Lord now speaks on the sadhan for attaining him. Lord himself, Bhagavan himself speaking the sadhan by which one can attain him. But because it is very confidential, not easy, Bhagavan is just not telling confidential points to each and every one. It is not understood by materialistic persons. Because this is confidential, it is not understood by materialistic persons. One should not be dependent on extensive study of scriptures. Person desiring to know the best sadhan for self should learn from the feet of Guru, Jigyasam. I will only read scriptures. I will only learn shlokas. And my aim and object is one day I want to become a best speaker. Why? I saw my Gurudev. He speaks very good Harikatha. He speaks very deep tattvas. He speaks everything so good. Many people follow him. When many people follow him, wow, that's the only key to make people follow you. Start reading scriptures day and night. Start learning verses. What is the aim? I want followers. They should glorify me. They should follow me. They should give presents to me. It's not meant for those. Yeah. One should not be dependent on extensive study of scriptures. That doesn't mean we have to give up study of scriptures. But aim has to be set up. Person desiring to know the best sadhan for the self should approach and learn from Gurudev, who know Gyan and who also know Vigyan. He know about Maya Tattva and he also acquainted with how to overcome that Maya. Both. I can learn so much about Maya Tattva from different scriptures. Read Jav Dharma, read many scriptures. Oh, very fluent in Maya Tattva. But still I'm in Maya. Gurudev is not only familiar with this Maya Tattva, but he also know how to make everyone out from this Maya. But if I reading scriptures and I think I also act as Guru, it will not work. Even though I know about Maya Tattva, but I don't know how to make others come out from Maya Tattva. That's the difference. So one should learn for the self, should learn from the Guru. This means you will understand by my mercy alone, Krishna told to Brahma. You will understand by my mercy alone. Only my mercy is there. What is this? Amongst the sadhans of, what are the sadhans? As I explained earlier, the sadhan of karma, the sadhan of jnana, impersonal knowledge, the sadhan of yoga and bhakti. These are different, sadhans. Means process for karma, for jnana, for yoga, and sadhan for bhakti. Bhakti should be fixed as the process through positive results. Bhakti should be fixed as the process through positive results by performance and lack of results by non-performance. By performance and lack of results by non-performance. Anvaya Vyatirek, direct and indirect. By performance and by lack of results by non-performance. Karma, Gyan and Yoga by themselves cannot give even Swarga or liberation. Karma, Gyan and Yoga, very heavy statement. Very heavy statement. Karma, Gyan and Yoga by themselves cannot give even Swarga, heavenly planet, or even liberation. And even without these practices, one can attain those goals. Therefore, these are not the sadhan. You understand? Karma, Jnana, and Yoga by themselves cannot even give Swarga or liberation. But we heard, if someone follow the path of Yoga, the path of Jnana, one can get liberation. And now you are saying something different. You are saying Karma, Jnana, and Yoga by themselves cannot give even Swarga or what to speak liberation, what to speak of Swarga or liberation. By themselves cannot. Even Karma, Jnana and Yoga have to take shelter of Bhakti to attain perfection in their practices. Anna? Without Bhakti, even Karmis cannot get perfection. Jnanis, impersonalists cannot get perfection. They have to follow Bhakti. Bhakti is supportive for everything. And then also, क्या बोला? Karma, Jnana and why not speaking? Yoga, yes. For three of them, what is needed? A support of bhakti. Then they get, then a person get perfection in that processes. Therefore, these are not the sadhan. Then Sri Vishnu Chakra Thakur explains, Tyaktva swadharmam charanam bhajam. We heard this verse yesterday. Tyaktva swadharmam charanam bhajam. Harer bhajanam apakko atha patat yato yadi. Yatra kava bhadram abhud amushya kimvo vart आप तो भजतम स्वधर्मता. What is the meaning? You remember we heard yesterday? No. Remember? No. Remember? What the meaning? बोलो. I said yesterday when I was explaining how bhakti is akshay. The 5 shlokas uttered by Rupa Goswami, written by Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Swami Sindhu. Baba. Taktva sadharanam charanam bhajam. Naraji spoke to Vyadasi. Okay. What is the meaning? If someone gives up his occupational duties and works in Krishna consciousness, try to focus. If someone gives up his occupational duties and perform bhakti but falls down on account of not completing his work, what loss is there on his part if he falls down? What loss? And what can one gain if one perform his material activities perfectly? Shri Naraji explaining no loss. First canto Bhagavatam. If he falls or even if he dies before perfection, no loss. But if anyone not following the process of bhakti but only following one's occupational duties, nothing, attain nothing. Another verse, Vishnu Chakra Thakur explains, Shreyam Shritim Bhaktim Udasyate Vibhu Kleshanti Kevalya Bodha Labde Tesham Aso Klesham Eva Shishyat Nanne Yatha Stula Tusha Avaghati Nam. Brahmaji speaking this. My dear Lord, devotional service unto you is the best path for self-realization. The devotional service unto you is the best path for self-realization. If someone gives up that path and engages in cultivation of speculative knowledge, means gyan, he will simply undergo a troublesome process and will not achieve his desired results. Why there's so many verses? There are more. Because Shri Vishnu Chakra Thakur trying to explain the practices, the process of karma, gyan, yoga by themselves cannot give us result. So these are the references from Bhagavatam to establish this point. Devotional service unto you is the best path for self-realization. If someone gives up that path and engages in the cultivation of speculative knowledge, he simply undergo a troublesome process and will not achieve his desired results. As a person who beats an empty husk of wheat. You ever done? You did this before? You did? Who beats an empty husk of wheat? What one gets? Cannot attain grain. Srila Bharti Goswami Maharaj used to say, one thing he will get. What? Muscles. He beat empty husk. Will not attain any grain because there is no grain. But good muscles, huh? This ones. One who sins mark. First example, the first reference from Bhagavatam, Karma Marg. This verse for Jnana Marg. Now third verse is for Yoga. Pureha bhuman bhav api yogina tad arpitaha nija karma labdaya vibuddha bhakta eva kathopanitaya prabadhire agyo achyuta te gatim param. O Almighty Lord, in the past, many yogis in this world achieved the platform of devotional service by offering all prescribed duties. Through such devotional service, perfected by the process of hearing and chanting about you, they came to understand you, O infallible one, Achyuta. O infallible one could easily surrender to you and achieve your supreme abode. This is the example of karma. Therefore, everything that can be achieved by fruitive activities, penance, knowledge, detachment, yoga, charity, religious activities, and duties, and all other means of perfecting life is easily achieved by my devotee through my loving service. Bhakti, superior amongst all other process. This is Vishnu Chakur Thakur explaining. This is what he's explaining. Only through loving service unto me means bhakti. If somehow or other my devotee desire promotion to heaven, liberation, or residence in my abode, he easily achieves such benediction because of only following process of bhakti. Whereas all other process with karma, gyan, and yoga, by themselves, they can't. By themselves, they cannot. They have to take shelter of bhakti to get perfection in their practices. Whereas if anyone's only perfecting bhakti, uh, practicing bhakti, sadhan bhakti, all these things might come by product. Everything will be attained by bhakti. This is what he's establishing here. By pure bhakti alone, the highest results can be achieved. And without bhakti, the highest result cannot be achieved. Today I'm just going a little fast. I want to finish this Chatushloki Bhagavata. So tomorrow we can proceed further. Devotees are very restless. When is Mahaprabhu Leela going to come? It looks like we are hearing Srimad Bhagavatam classes from so many days. But this is in Chaitanya Charitamrita. What can I do? This is by reading this, by hearing this, all these commentaries, even though it's very technical and difficult, but this is giving us a firmness in our practices and sadhana. It's giving us a firm conviction. Yes, we need to know this. This is philosophy. Philosophy makes us strong. Bhakti without philosophy is just mere sentiments. Yes. Bhakti without philosophy is just mere sentiment. And philosophy without bhakti is such just speculation. Because it's not backed by something very important. So sadhana bhakti is so important. Sadhan bhakti, bhav bhakti. Right now, what we are performing is sadhan bhakti to attain bhav bhakti. But in the process of bhav bhakti, also there is sadhan to attain what? Prema bhakti. That is sadhan to attain prema bhakti. So by pure bhakti alone, the highest result can be achieved. And without bhakti, the highest results cannot be achieved. Thus, bhakti is fixed as amongst all the sadhans by showing bhakti is fixed as the best amongst all the sadhans by showing what is achieved by its positively and what is not achieved by its absence. Anve vyatira anve vyatira vyatirekyabhyam. What is achieved by its positively and what is not achieved by its absence. Both. Anve vyatirek. Direct, indirect. Now, the positive aspect. How wonderfully Vishnu Chakur Thakur explaining. There is no need for further explanation. Everything is straight and clear. Remember what we heard? Bhakti is fixed as the best amongst all sadhans by showing what is achieved by its positive and what is not achieved by its absence. So here are number of verses where the positive aspect is shown. This verses shows the positive aspect, means anvaya, the anvaya part from the shloka. Itadeva jigyasam tat jigyasam atmanam. Anvay, this is anvay part. नहीं, अभी वो नहीं. Anvay part means positive aspect. अकामो सर्व कामो वा मोक्ष काम उदारिहि तीव्रेण भक्ति योगेन yajate purusham param. Positive aspect. The person desiring destruction of all desires, the person with all desires, even a person with intense desire for liberation, akamo sarva kamova. Three categories are mentioned here. The person desiring destruction of desires, a person desiring destructions of desires, the person with all desires, even with desires, and then the third is even the person with the intense desire for liberation. Three. If he has good intelligence, will worship the Supreme Lord with pure bhakti. There's the positive aspect, anvay. There's the positive aspect. The sharpness, tivrain of pure bhakti is service which is like the sun unobstructed by clouds. Tivrena bhakti yogena. We heard this morning, Shri Shukdev Goswami explained, केचित केवल्य भक्तया वासुदेव प्रायणम अगन धुनवंती कार से निहार एवं भास्कर. He explained about केचित केवल्य भक्तया. Kevala bhakti. What is Kevala bhakti? 1.8, which is also known as Shuddha bhakti, pure bhakti. And Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur explains about Uttama bhakti. Anya vilashata shunyam jnana karmadin avritam anukulena krishnam shilana bhaktir uttama bhakti. And in the same mood, same manner, Shri Shukdev Goswami explaining about Kevala bhakti, which is pure bhakti. And the third example we heard, what was that? हो गया? Kapil Bhagwan explained to his mother, Devhuti, Madgun Shruti Matrena Mai Sarvayashe Lakshna Bhakti Yugasya Nirgunai Udharitaha. Nirguna Bhakti. Na? Kapil Bhagwan teaching Mother Devhuti Nirguna Bhakti, explaining Nirguna Bhakti, which is meaning of Nirguna Bhakti means pure Bhakti. Shukdev Goswami addressed by saying Kevala Bhakti, which is pure Bhakti. And Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur is also explaining Uttama Bhakti in one line. So Tivrena Bhakti Yogena, that Bhakti which is unbroken, Tel Dharavat, unbroken stream of oil. A bottle of oil transferred to other bottle. What we see? A stream, unbroken. That is Tivrena Bhakti. Tivrain means sharpness. But this sharpness here means unbroken stream. Not that, oh, Year 2020 lockdown, I did so much bhakti because I had no other option. I was at home, and all flights, everything started 2021. Gurudev centennial year. Oh, Gurudev, last year I did so much bhakti. Now I need 6 months rest. Oh, everyone needs break. I want break from bhakti. There is no break from bhakti. In bhakti, there is break fail. No breaks. Accelerator only. ब्रेक फेल हो गया वहां कोई ब्रेक नहीं है there is no break that's why I said yesterday Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur established we perform every day Akshaya Tritiya because there is no break in bhakti tivrena bhakti yogena tivren sharpness of pure bhakti is service which is like sun obstructed by clouds unobstructed by clouds so this verse explains positive aspect okay let me just brief up this Krishna told Brahmaji, you will understand everything by my mercy. Only by mercy. Then, what is that mercy? Amongst all other sadhans, karma, jnana, and yoga, bhakti should be fixed as the process through positive results by performance and lack of results by non-performance, which is known as direct and indirect, which is also mean anvay vyatirek. So karma, three, karma, jnana, and yoga, they by themselves cannot give even swarga and even liberation. You know, whereas the process of karma is to why people perform karma, charity, etc. Why? I will attain heaven, swarga loka. But when it is the charity, etc., done for the service of Krishna, serving Mahaprasadam, etc., then it's not karma. That comes under category of bhakti. One gets sukriti, agyat sukriti. You feeding an ordinary person with an ordinary food, not offered food. But if you're feeding any person with Krishna's prasad, so much difference. The person is getting sukriti and you getting sukriti together because you become the cause of his sukriti. So karma is a process, jnana is a process, and then yoga. By themselves, they cannot give what? Swarga. And what to speak of liberation? Cannot. They have to take shelter of bhakti. So we heard three examples, three verses explaining about karma, tattva, sadharanam, charanam, bhajam. Then about jnana, shreya, shitim, bhakti, udasyate vibhu. About jnana and yoga. These three examples. But if someone performing bhakti, then all other results are easily available. No need for bhaktas. For bhaktas, there is no need to perform karma. Means follow the process of karma or follow the process of jnana or follow the process of yoga. No need. They attain everything by bhakti. For example, $100 note. Okay. If I say, oh Prabhu, can you give me $100? And the person, no, sorry, Prabhu, can you give me $10? And person hand over me $100. No, 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 I want $10. Arey Baba, $10 is inclusive in this 100. No, no, no. I only want $10. I'm telling you, $10 in this. No, but this look different. This is written 100. I want 10. You say, yes, I understand. Don't teach me mathematics. But I'm telling you, believe me. And that person is so simple, he's not understanding. He said, no, I learned from my friend $10 note means is written, it will be 1 and 0. But you are cheating me by giving me 1, 0, and 0. You're cheating me. No, everything inclusive in there. No, no, but I can see note is same, no doubt. And matter is same, is written in God we trust. In God we trust. Very funny realization I got once. I was, excuse me for just sharing something personal. Um I went to America maybe like 2, 3 years back at the immigration. When I went to the counter with my passport and all, there was no one behind me. So there were officers just sitting idle. I was alone at the counter. So there was one lady. Uh, she was, saying she needs some time pass. There was no one. If there's a big queue, then they just go fast. Okay. But if there's no one, then they're trying to give you hard time. So many things. She asked, very rude on me. Very rude. She said, okay, do you have money? I said, no. You coming America without money? I said, yeah, because I'm coming from Amsterdam. My devotee dropped me there. I had ticket. I'm just in a plane. I landed here. My friend is outside to receive me. Why I need money for? It's that simple, isn't it? And she took it very offensive. Like she was very rude on me again. How dare I speak like this? She said, what? What if you miss your flight? What if your flight get delayed? What are you going to eat? How are you going to drink? You said you have no money coming to America. I was thinking, my goodness. And she was threatening me by saying, I can right away cancel your visa and can deport you. I was nervous what to say. I prayed to Gurudev and Krishna help me. Dadami buddhi yogam tam. Krishna gave me intelligence. I said, I said, she said, what you going to do? Okay, tell me what you going to do if your flight cancel, delay, or something happen. You have no money. I said, I fully respect the currency of your country. I honor the currency of your country. And this is the goal, and this is idols of my life. She said, what do you want to say? I said, because in your currency it is written, I said, in your America dollar currency it is written, in God we trust. I fully value your currency and I really trust not only your God, I trust my God because God is one. So God will take care of me because I surrendered my life to God. So in God we trust. She was, now she became little polite. Oh, don't take my offense. It's my duty to ask questions. Anyway, what you said is correct. Anyway, stamp. But I said, God bless you. So, anyway, that was not the subject. So, sir, I only want $10 note, $10 bill. No, I'm giving you 100. 10 is in that. Similarly, in Bhakti Yoga, everything else is accomplished. But if someone giving you $10, you cannot buy anything which is $100. This is karma, gyan, and yoga. Bhakti is like $100. You can buy 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, everything. Still, it is your savings. Just a simple example. You see? Therefore, the positive aspect is akamo sarva kamova, moksha kamodarihi. Krishna said, anyone who approach me with desires, without desires, or even desire for liberation, I fulfill all their desire. Tivrena bhakti yoga, but with sharpness of bhakti, without desire, with desire, and even desire for liberation. Come to me, Krishna said. This is a positive, anvay. And then the negative aspect means in the absence of bhakti is illustrated in the following. The negative aspect. What is that? Each of the four social orders headed by Brahmins was born through different combinations of the modes of nature, from the face, arms, thighs, and feet of Supreme Lord in his universal form, along with the ashrams. From the feet, Shudra. From the thighs, Vaishya. From arms, Kshatriya. From face, Brahmins. Yeah. If any of the members of the four Varnas and four ashrams fail to worship or disrespect the Lord, who is the source of their own creation, they will fall down from their ashram. This is what we heard yesterday. 5 different shlokas establishing occupational duties of Varna and ashram. If a slight failure in worship or any disrespect the Lord, who is the source of their own creation, they fall from their ashram. So this is called Vyatirek. Anve Vyatirekabhyam yasyat sarvatra sarvada. One is positive, Anve, another is Vyatirek, negative aspect. You understand my point? In positive aspect, Krishna is assuring us, Akamo sarva kamova, without desire, with desire, or liberation, doesn't matter. Come to me, I'll give you. But negative aspect, Vyatirek bhav is what? Each of the four social orders headed by Brahmins was born through different combination of the modes of nature. From the face, arms, thighs, and feet of Supreme Lord. This is universal form, along with the ashrams. If any one of the member of the four Varna and ashrams fail to worship or disrespect the Lord, who is the source of their own creation, they will fall from their ashram. Bhakti is not like this. If one falls, or even one dies, no loss. कौन्त्या प्रति जानी नाम में भक्त प्रणश्यति नेहा भी कर्म शोचति प्रत्यवायु न विद्यते स्वल्पमस्य धर्मस्य त्रयतो महतो भयात्. Any little endeavor in this process of bhakti, even before perfection, any little endeavor saves one from great dangers. Trayato mahato bhayat. Krishna said, I promise you. Don't worry. I take care of one who is following bhakti. Because I also promised Uddhav, na sadhyeti mam yogo, na sankhya dharma uddhava, na yoga tapas tyago, yatha bhakti mamojita. Not with Sankhya Yoga, not with other yoga, not with other process. I can be attained as I attained by my Bhakti Yoga. This is the fourth verse, And this is called sadhan bhakti. This is called abhideha. Abhideha. Bhakti can be performed even in immature state. Bhakti can be performed even a person is having lust, anger, greed. Whereas the process of Gyan, Yoga, one cannot proceed to the process if one is afflicted by lust, anger, greed. No, can't move a step. Bhakti is like that. With every circumstance can be performed. The last verse of Rasalila uttered by Shukdev Goswami क्या है? विक्त विदितम व्रज विदम इदम च विष्णु श्रद्धानु तो अनुशून्यात अथा वर्णे वा भक्ति परम भक्ति प्रतिलभ्य कामा हृदय रोग अश्नोति अचरेण धीरः. Yes, am I right? What is the meaning? No meaning? Loud. One who hears the most intimate topics of Radha and Krishna, Rasa Leela. It doesn't have Rasa Leela. I said intimate topics of Radha Krishna. Braja Vidum Idam Cha Vishnu. Gopis and Vishnu. Vishnu here means Krishna. Why the word Vishnu is expressed here instead of Krishna? Gopis never perform Rasa Leela with Vishnu. But one of the name of Krishna is Vishnu because Vishnu means Sarvyapak. Sarvyapnotiti Vishnu means Krishna who expanded himself in so many forms. That's why he is Vishnu. Shradhanu to anushunyat atha varneva. If someone with utmost faith hears from authorities, from Sadguru, then what will happen? Bhakti param bhavati prati labbe kamaha. First of all, one will attain prem bhakti. And with that bhakti, one will get rid of shok moh bhay paya. क्या श्लोक है? यस्य वैश्वनमायानाम कृष्णं परम पुरुषे भक्ति उत्पत्ति पुंसाम शोक मोह भय पाया. Yasya Vaishnumayanam. If anyone with sincerity hearing about Krishna, who is Param Purusha, the ultimate truth, what will happen? Bhakti Rupatti Pumsam. First of all, bhakti will come in the heart. And then Shok Moh Bhay Paha. Lamentation, fear, bewilderment, all these things will be destroyed. So Bhakti Param Bhavati Pratilabhya Kama. First Bhakti will come in the heart and then the heart disease will go away from the heart. Not other way around. Gurudev, when will I get rid of my lust and anger and greed? Then I will do Bhakti. Or then the Bhakti will come. Wait for 2 million years. 2 million lifetimes. First Bhakti will come. And with the presence of Bhakti, with the illumination of Bhakti, darkness will dissipate. Illumination is needed. Then darkness is easy to go. And we are trying to remove darkness. A room is dark. How are we going to take away darkness or to destroy darkness? Like this. Very easy. Light a lamp. Illumination is needed. Illumination means illuminating. one's illuminating oneself. Illuminating oneself. So first bhakti will come, and with the byproduct of that, the lust in the heart or anger or whatever negativities, they will go away. So that's the glories of Bhakti Maharani. She facilitates those, even those who are not with proper conduct. Still Bhakti Maharani accept them and facilitate them, give opportunity to them to serve. Because if the aim and object is with sincerity to attain the lotus feet of Krishna, God help those who help themselves. If the aim is right, if the aim is wrong, if the aim is Gyan Marg, if the aim is Gyan Marg, then Tadvana Rikt Mateo, empty mind person, foolish, Yatopi Ruddha, Shodganam Taranam Bhaj Vasudevam. They are Rikt Mate, they are empty mind. Nashkarmya Achut Bhav Varjitam. Narad is telling to Vyasadev ji. Very good slok. First canto. Oh, time is coming. So, positive expect. Kam sar kam hua. Then the negative expect. We heard this. I offer continual respect to the Lord, full of all auspicious qualities, without worshipping Him. The Gyanis, the Karmis, specialized Karmis, Yogis, scholars of the Vedas, and follower of proper conduct cannot attain any benefits if it is devoid of bhakti. So bhakti reva nayati, bhakti reva vayasi, bhakti vas purusho, bhakti reva no. Bhakti eva nayati, bhakti eva darshati, bhakti vash purusho, bhakti eva bhuyasi. Only bhakti. I mean, without bhakti, one cannot attain. Only bhakti can make Krishna be seen. Only bhakti can take ones to Krishna. Bhakti is the essence of everything. There are no restrictions of place and time concerning this sadhan. Na desh niyama asti, na kala niyama tatha. No time and place and circumstance. In all places, with all candidates, and at all times, this should be performed with steadiness. Yat syat sarvatra sarvada. All places, all time, in all circumstances, and with all candidates. Jnana cannot be like this. Practice of yoga cannot be like this. Practice of karma cannot be like this. Only bhakti, which is so high but so simple. Any time, any place, any circumstance, any candidate should be performed with steadiness. However, one must perform karma with purity in a pure place. Regarding karma, one must perform karma with purity in a pure place. If anyone is performing vikarma, one have to go consequence, means sinful activities. Have to go through consequence, mental stress, body, etc. And one can attain Gyan only with a pure mind. If there is a little, slight anger to Gyani, his whole process of Gyan comes to right away from the very start, from 0, 1, 2, 3. Little anger. And this what? The four Kumaras got surprised. They were so high in their practices of Gyan. Then when they went to Vaikuntha and they cursed Jain Vijay, they were wondered why. They were wondering how come this crow, this anger came to us. Jnanis have no anger. If anger is there in the mind, they can't get perfection. So for the karma with purity in the pure place, for Gyan only with a pure mind, karma and Gyan cannot be performed in all places and at all times. Cannot. Yeah. Some specifications are there. The yogi should perform yoga after establishing himself comfortably on a seat in a pure place. Asanam, particular posture, particular seat in a pure place. So they are dependent on pure mind, pure place, etc. In terms of time, karma is practiced only until one attains detachment from enjoyment. Then one can get swarga. By performing karma, if one is attached to the activities, one cannot get. But when one get detached from those activities by performing karma, then he goes to swarga, then he achieves swarga. Yoga is practiced only until one has attained siddhis. Yoga. Sankhya is performed only until one has attained knowledge. Jnana is performed only until liberation. That's their perfection. These methods are not practiced at all times. So there are some considerations of time, place, circumstance. Bhakti, however, is well known for being practiced at all time and at all places. All candidates, demons, I mean in a demon body. Aham hare tapade kumulo dasan udas. Who said this? Vritasur, demon body. Ikanto niyasana kanchanartham. Who said this? Elephant, Gajendra. Can elephant perform karma? Jnana? Yoga? But elephant can perform bhakti. Yes? That's the difference. At all times and at all places. Purity is required, not essential. Even in impure state, one can chant Harinam. Even at shower, even in toilet. Mahaprabhu holding his tongue, performing human-like pastimes. Mahaprabhu. Going to toilet in the morning, holding his tongue. A small young boy, Gopal, came to Mahaprabhu. Said, Mahaprabhu, why are you holding your tongue? Mahaprabhu said, because my tongue is very restless, always chanting, vibrating, Krishna, 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 Krishna. Then the boy said, what is the problem then? Say, no, I'm going in an impure state. How I can chant the pure name of the Lord? Then this Gopal, this boy said, Mahaprabhu, what if someone leaving his body or her body in this state? Can't they take shelter of holy name? Mahaprabhu was so pleased to hear this advice. He said, Gopal, your name is Gopal, but from now onwards you will be known as Gopal Guru. You educating me. You advising me on this holy name. So therefore you are not Gopal. From now onwards you will be Gopal Guru. So even in that state, one can chant holy name. Means performing process of bhakti. और कौन सा उदाहरण? Many examples. Hanuman kicked someone who was sitting in the toilet and chanting Ram, Ram, Ram. You know this story? Gurudev also said this in his lectures. A person was told by Sadhu, take shelter of holy name. He said, no, I only want to chant holy name when I'm free. I can't work and chant. But you're working whole day and night. When is the time when you are free? He said, only when I sit in toilet. No one is there to disturb me. I'm alone. So this is what he decided. When he goes to toilet in the morning, he's chanting Ram, Ram, Ram. Hanuman became so angry. He came and kicked him on his back. And imagine the kick of Hanuman. Ah, ah. And in so angry mood, Hanuman came back in Ayodhya. And everyone was running here and there. All the servants of Ram running here and there. Gurudev explains this. And they asking, Hanuman asked, why are you running? What's happening? No, no, no. Don't disturb us. Don't disturb us. Move, move. But Hanuman is wondering why everyone is running here and there. Then he stopped someone and asked, what is the matter? Say, Hanuman, you don't know? What happened? Prabhu Ram has so much pain on his back. And Hanuman ran inside the palace and saw so many servants taking care of Lord Ram. Someone is massaging him, putting ointment, ice, so many things they were doing. Hanuman said, Prabhu, what happened? What happened? Everything was fine few minutes back. And Bhagavan Ram said, Hanuman, you kicked me on my back. And now you're asking what happened? Prabhu, I can't even dream of this, that I can kick you. He said, you just kicked my pure devotee who was chanting my holy name. Don't you? Oh, he was rascal. Chanting your pure name in impure state, impure place. I can't tolerate this. Bhagavan Ram said, don't you know this? Anyone who takes shelter of my holy name, I promise that person, I will take care of that person. So when you kicked him, I accept that kick on me because he was under my shelter. He took shelter of my holy name. He took shelter of my holy name. Don't you know this, Hanuman? Whoever chants my name sincerely, I make assured. Name Bhakta Pranashati. I save that person. So Hanuman was in tears. So holy name can be done, can be chanted in any state. You see? So Nadesh Niyamas Tatra na Kal Nirmas Tatha Nochist Adyo Nishedvasti Hare Shi Hare Namni Lubdake. In chanting the names of the Lord, there is no restriction concerning place or time or restriction on performance because of impurity. Anytime. So now these are examples explaining that anyone in any state, any time, any circumstance can chant Harinam. I'm not finished yet. Maybe one more day, tomorrow. Oh, these are examples, very good shlokas, and also very wonderful commentary of Shijiv Goswami. So let's see tomorrow how much time we get.